Hey you guys, this is Kiana and this is my new channel. So if you guys see me pause or anything like that, I'm gonna just make a disclaimer. This is my first time doing a whole YouTube channel. And I'm a little rusty, well, a lot rusty. I don't know how to do the little quirks or anything like that. So my first video is going to be very, you're going to see a lot of bloopers and you're going to see a lot of pausing because I don't know how to edit video. And to be honest with you, I just want to get this video out there so that I can help people that have different mental illnesses. So yeah. So now that I can start, this channel is for people that that don't feel like they have a place to speak, and especially for every race, but especially my Black people in the community. We are very much as not as, but very much to ourselves that, oh, we can fix it with prayer and we'll get over it. No, it takes a whole dynamic, a whole pot of stuff to get through what we call life. Not only prayer, yes, pray, but prayer without work don't work. And if you somebody that don't believe in God, look, this is not a channel that I'm gonna throw the Bible at you, or you feel like, oh, this is not for me or anything like that because you keep speaking of God. Let me tell you something. I do not throw the Bible. I don't do any of that. I don't preach and all that other stuff. But if you do want a testimony from me, I will personally send you. If you look up my email address that is directly to me is Keke at yahoo.com, and it will be at the bottom of the in the information at the bottom. But yeah, I feel like if you preach too much, it takes away the message and it kind of pulls people away from him. And I want you to go towards him. So that's all I'm gonna say. This is probably the last time y'all ever hear me preach and all that other stuff. Yeah. But anyways, what I wanted to do with this channel is to speak to a lot of people. No, I'm not a counselor. No, I don't have education as far as counseling, prescribing, none of that. No. But I do want this to be your stepping stone for everybody that has never got diagnosed or has gotten diagnosed, to see or to feel like they have a place to express themselves, to better themselves and stuff like that. Not only that, to people that are caregivers, if you have any questions as far as what's going on with your husband, wife, daughter, son, uncle, aunt, anybody, this is where I want you guys to come to me and feel comfortable, because I do have the three mental illnesses that I was diagnosed with: bipolar, schizophrenia, and psychosis. Yeah, so I am a mother and I do have a fiance, and what the crazy thing about it is he has bipolar, schizophrenia, and psychosis as well. So yeah, you can definitely say it's never a dull moment. And before any of you guys, whether it's, I guess they call it the internet trolls or whatever the case may be, please let me explain this to you guys. I don't play about my kids, and I do not play about my any of my family, none. So if you feel like, oh, I'm gonna say this just to get a reaction out of her, you won't get a reaction out of me. It's no point. But I will say it. I don't play. But will you get a reaction out of me while I'm tossing my head, blasé? No, you won't. I already know what y'all just like bullying on the computer, but be just quiet on the thing. I see all the time with different people And I just don't understand it. Maybe y'all bored, I don't know. But anyways, exclude people from that. But anyways, my kids are healthy. My kids are fine, beautiful. They are on a strict schedule. And that's the biggest part of me being a mother, is trying to figure out and make sure that I explain to them what their parents have, and so that they can understand, oh, need to read face expressions, or oh, mommy is just, mommy's okay, mommy not mad, but I just got, just to figure out what's going on with mommy and daddy. But no, there's never my kids are never in danger or anything like that. Just to make a exclusion, y'all will never see my kids. I just don't play with them. But anyways, not talking about kids no more. But yes, I will explain myself. But not explain myself. Oh Jesus, another blooper. Okay, yeah, this probably I will figure out how to do the app. And if you guys are really good at apps, and I know I'm 20, about to turn 27. I'm supposed to be electronically I'm not savvy, electronically savvy. I'm not. I'm an old soul at heart. Let me just tell y'all that right now. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, my name is Kiana. I'm Aquarius. There's no music, but there will be music later on. Yeah. So yeah, no, later on in another video once I figure it out. So please don't look for no music when you see this. But anyways, yeah. Yeah. So my favorite color is pink. I love animals. I am definitely want to start a rescue. So hopefully y'all will see that journey later on. But this is not the channel I'll be talking about that. So anyways, skip over that. That's just something that y'all will know about me. But anyways, so I want to talk about how I was diagnosed. So y'all ready for the stories? Ready for the stories? Ready for the story? Okay, y'all, I'm crazy. I'm just to let y'all know. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, here goes the stories. I guess it's when the page turns around. But anyways, so I just graduated. Ooh, I did not just graduate. I hate that. Okay, so starting my story, I was a freshman in college. Won't tell you the college, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I was a freshman in college. Yeah, freshman in college. I was like, ooh, freedom. Oh, and before y'all talk, like, I know my glasses are crooked. It was because of my daughter. She likes to take my glasses off. And so if they look crooked or anything like that, please don't be in the comments talking about my glasses. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so I was in college, freshman in college, and I was doing a lot of things as far as being very promiscuous. Yeah. So and that's the biggest thing. So I'm getting off topic. So I have bipolar, schizophrenia, and psychosis, right? Bipolar, I do show more signs of bipolarness. And my fiance shows more of schizophrenia if he's not on his medicine. We're both on our medicine. And yeah, so I would explain the 3 things with bipolar first with this video. And because this is how I got diagnosed, it ties in. So a big 3 things that bipolar people, the main things for us is sex, money, and religion. Yeah, sex, money. No, I'm sorry. that religion is with schizophrenia. I do apologize. With bipolar is sex, money, and appearances with us. If we do not look good, we have lows. And a low is basically, it's like when somebody takes, it all goes hand in hand. So if we have, there's a high and there's a low, right? So if it's the only thing I can explain is when somebody takes a whole bunch of, no, we don't do drugs. No, please don't, please don't be in the comments doing all that nonsense. But anyways, the only thing I can think of or to compare it to, when you see somebody do drugs and they just, ooh, ah, yeah, and they just like, you know those people, I guess they call it like the hippies or whatever. They just feel like they're just on cloud nine. Oh, yes, okay. When I was giving birth and they gave me that opioid or whatever that drug called, that is definitely how you feel when you get a high. Not taking anything is when you feel good about yourself. It's 10 times for people with bipolar. When sex is involved, it's 10 times heightened for people with bipolar disorder. Money, when we get money and you feel that high, you be like, ooh, yeah, like you can conquer the world. But sometimes when you catch that high, you get a low right afterwards. For me, I get a low completely afterwards when I'm not on my medicine and I feel like death is upon me. Like I can't get out of bed sometimes. I have to push myself to get out of bed. And it's like you trying to recover from taking all those drugs, like having what is it called, relapse or something like that. And it's just like all over the place. And sometimes it can be very like, oh, I'll explain it later on. But anyways, let me go back to my story. So basically, how I was diagnosed was when I was a freshman in college and I had no car. I was working at a fast food restaurant, I won't say it, but I was working at a fast food restaurant and I was hitting up everybody trying to figure out who can pick me up and stuff like that. But nobody was available. And my school, and y'all probably gonna figure out what school I went to anyway, but anyways, not saying it, won't be on this live. Not this live, but this video. And anyways, so I was in the area of Morrow. And then my job was in the area of Lovejoy. And I walked from Morrow all the way to Lovejoy. And that's when my mom was like, oh, yeah, why? Why did you do that? And I was like, Mom, I had to, work and blah, blah, yeah, you guys wasn't, coming to get me. And I'm, I had to get there. So, yeah, that was, yeah, I was hurting. But because I was having a high, it didn't faze me. I literally walked from that point to that point and worked the whole entire shift because in my mind I had to get the money. So yeah, that was one of the things. And I may have been through a whole lot. And sometimes it's kind of like a blur because my memory is not good at all. If it's not something that it has to really stick for me to remember. But yeah, so I don't remember when my mom was like, she put on her Superwoman cape and was like, okay, I gotta, save my baby. She was like, she's literally the rock of my life. And do I tell her all the time? No, not as much as I should. But literally just this past this past week, she showed up to my first doctor's appointment in a while, because I didn't feel like I was being heard, and she put on her cape and came to my rescue once again. But yeah, anyways, I don't remember when she first put on her, not first put on her cape, but as far as making sure I'm okay. But she put on her cape as far as me having a mental illness and trying to make sure I'm okay. Yeah, there had been times that I was on, what is it called, lithium, and they were not supposed to prescribe me that much lithium. Not only has she been there for me, she has been there for my fiance numerous of times, you know, going to both our doctors, and just basically saving him and saving me, because both of us could have not been here. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. But yeah, so she got me on medicine, and it was a very challenging, hard process, because when you're on the medicine, let me make this disclaimer. When you find a doctor, whether it's physical, mental, or whatever the case may be, when you find that doctor that actually takes their job to a next level and make sure that you are okay, keep them, you know, let them know that you really cherish them, because yeah, I just wanted to say that. I know I'm rambling. I will get better with these videos. I do apologize. But anyways, another instance was that when I was at my my school, I don't know what was going on, but as soon as nighttime hit, I would go into this trance, literally, and I wouldn't remember what happened the next morning or day. It would be like bits of pieces, and I literally was walking around campus calling different churches to pray for me. And that's one of the things. Religion is very big. Well, no, religion for schizophrenia, but yeah. So crying, don't know what's going on. There would be days that I would have be in fetal position, rocking back and forth, crying because I don't know what happened. But yeah, I did isolate myself from my family, and I think that's, to be honest with you, I think that's when my mom put on her cape again and was like, you know what, I need to figure out what's wrong with her, because something's not right. And so it was a second instance where I was literally at work, and you know, when you feeling yourself and you think you look good, you know, you think you're supposed to, and that's a big thing with bipolar people, you know, appearance is everything to them. And around that time, I didn't understand why I would like get upset that somebody was not paying attention to me. I'm at work, but we'll get your coins. You shouldn't be worried about nobody. But in my head, I'm like, okay, y'all should be looking at me, hourglass, you know, cute in the face, thick in the waist, okay? But yeah, so, but anyways, so I got upset and I walked out of my job. Not walked out, but I acted like I was sick. Wasn't sick. Called my mom, wanted her to come get me. I was trying to find any attention that I could get. My mom was working at home at the time. She was doing, doing her job. She was like, hey, Keke, can't come get you, blah, blah, blah. So around that time, I did have a car. So I did get in my car and I drove off. I went home and pulled over and laid in the middle of the road. Yeah, I did. I laid in the middle of the road and yeah, I just laid there. And a lady came and she was just like, are you okay? Everybody freaking out and stuff like that. And I was like, oh snap, I did too much, did too far. And the paramedics came and they were like, ma'am, are you pregnant? And they got in contact with my mom. It's still kind of blurry what was going on, but like I said, my memory is very bad. Timing is not a big factor. Well, it is a big factor in my mental illness, but it's very blurry. But they asked me, was I pregnant, doing basic questions. And I said, no, blah, blah, blah. And I did hear them tell my mother, you need to get her evaluated. And she did. She took me to the hospital and another instance happened. And I'm going to try to hurry up and wrap this up because we about to hit 30 minutes. And I'm not trying to be one of those videos. Be talking too much. But I promise my videos will be shorter next time. Hopefully it won't be too much. But anyways, once I get into the app, I'm telling y'all, I don't know how to do the app. I'm sorry. I would do more research, but I just wanted to get this video out there to you guys, to people that need help and people that need to vent. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I basically went to the mental institutes. No, the hospital. And it's located in Fayetteville. Y'all probably gonna put two and two together, whatever. But it located in Fayetteville, and they evaluated me and asked me questions. But at that time, I really needed to answer those questions honestly, and I did not, because I did not want to get go into the state asylum. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I didn't, and I watched too many movies, too many shows, and no, I'm not. I don't go in there. So I lied, and they took my shoestrings. No, they took my shoes, my shoestring, everything. The only thing I had on was a gown and some socks. They took everything. My mom and my sisters took my car with them, and I'm being watched for 24 hours. And I can hear the nurse talking, and they wanted the bed or whatever the case may be. So I kind of felt uncomfortable. Now, would I say it was my paranoia? Absolutely. I don't think they were talking bad about me. I felt that way, but no. And I went to call everybody, my mom, my sisters, and everybody, and no one answered. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna walk. So those bursts of walks, those are called, yeah, I forgot what those are called. I'm figuring that out. But so I walked. I walked all the way to Fayetteville to Lovejoy once again, because that's where I live. Lovejoy, Jonesboro, in that facility, Clayton County, whatever. I walked, and a girl that was admitted as well, I think she was watched because she was taking drugs, I believe, and I wasn't in my right mind. So I literally walked with her. She wanted to walk with me, so I did. I was like, hey girl, come on. And we were both in our hospital gowns, and we just walking. I think I was the only one in my hospital gown. I think she had her clothes. Yeah, I was in my hospital gown with socks. And she bought me food with her EBT card, and we just chatting it up. And I lied to my mother. She this is the first time she's gonna probably see this, watching this video. I did not walk all the way to Lovejoy. I was tired, okay? That's a long walk. And little did she, and I had no cell phone. They took everything. And when my mom finally got, you know, to the house, because I was at home, and she was fussing at me. She was looking for me up and down the street and stuff. And so, and crazy about it, my psychiatrist saw me walking. Not psychiatrist. Is that what they call it? The person that prescribes me medicine saw me, and she did absolutely nothing. she ain't come to me, Kiana, what is wrong with you? Blah blah blah. Nothing. She acted like she didn't even know me. So yeah. But when, you know, I was walking with a girl, and she literally was like, hey, my house is right there. I know you're trying to get to Lovejoy, but is it okay? You know, I can just, you know, have my boyfriend drive you back, and which he did. But I know for a fact, now that I'm in my right mind now and I look back on it, he could have done anything. He could have kidnapped me, and I'm very, very blessed to have a please don't get me. You know, sometimes I do talk about God, but I'm very blessed to have a covering over me, because that could have gone totally left. Yeah, all the way to the left. But he drove me there, and I just broke into my mom's house and just waited for her to come back. And she did, and she fussed at me. She was mad because she was looking up and down the streets looking for me, because they told her that I just left. And she was like, you let my baby leave? So yeah, by the time she saw me, she saw my socks had big gaping holes in them because I walked so far. But yeah, she was terrified. And if you guys, and I'm gonna try to wrap this up, yeah, so if you guys have that family member, and you guys just want to have somebody to talk to, or somebody to have some insight, please, 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 please email me, and I will email you as soon as I can. And I do want to disclaim, you men out there that have this mental illness, or any mental illness at all, and you need a male perspective, my fiance will be coming on here to you know, give you guys some input on what he went through, what he's been going through, how he's been trying to progress in his life as well. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm glad you guys watched my video. If you watched the whole thing, I am so happy you did. And yeah, I will see you guys next time, honey. I will post another video by the end of the week. So, and explain what bipolar, schizophrenia, and psychosis mean, what are the signs and stuff, and different stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully I have a lot of you guys in here so I can change you guys' lives, or give you an input, or I just want to do something good in the world, you know? And not many people are expressing what's going on with them. So I just wanted to start the train, you know? So if I started train first, it don't matter if I started train or not, whatever. But I want to be able to give a guideline to you guys. So, or a lifeline, whatever. But yeah, so bye you guys. I'm pretending I put music on here.